Tide Talk Web is back. Woo! What a game. I never saw that coming. Never saw that coming. I mean, all I can say before I get into the game recap is Ty Simpson grew up that game. I mean, he was on fire. And let me just give credit to where the credit's due, because I said this all week. The biggest factor for us, or two factors, is can Ty Simpson have time to throw in the pocket, 3 seconds, and can the receivers get open and make plays? Because I said we weren't going to be able to run the ball in Georgia. We couldn't run it on Wisconsin. We couldn't run it on Georgia. But we've got some pretty darn good receivers, and we got a good quarterback. But can we give them time? That was the biggest thing in my head, all that I was thinking all week, was that our offensive line against their D-line. And I knew they were going to pin their ears back and come after them. And that was the biggest thing. But anyway, let's get to the game recap. Bama gets it, punt. Georgia gets it, punt. Second drive of the go. We're doing great, marching down the field. Ryan Williams hits in the chest for a touchdown, drops it. We keep going. And then we keep going, and the Bernard gets just a bullet to the chest for a touchdown. Does great. Let me just add something in there. Ryan Williams, love him. Dude, you got to block. I mean, there were so many times you did not block. You've got to man up on a dude and put your elbows in his chest. I know you ain't that big. I'm a small cat too. You've got to block. Okay, you're doing great on catching. You're doing way better on that, not dropping passes. Lord God Almighty, please get with Jeremy Bernard and learn how to block. You have got to block a little bit better. Anyway, Georgia gets it. They punt. Bama gets it. They get hot. Horton gets a touchdown. Bullet right to the breadbasket. 14-zip. Georgia. They're doing good. They're making some runs on us. We're not stopping the run too good. And then Kane Womack decides to all-out blitz. And our defensive back bit, Damani Jackson, and their Georgia wide receiver wide open. 14-7. Ugh. But that's all good, man. Bama gets the ball back. We punt. Georgia gets it. They're driving. They're doing great things. Hubbard has one hell of a form tackle and knocks the ball loose. We cover it. We get it. We don't do much out of it, although we get 3 points, which was big. It was massive. And we didn't realize at the time, but those 3 points getting us 17-7 were huge. Georgia gets it. They're holding on us. They're not calling it. We go fourth down. Bama struggles to stop the run. Bama gets it. And we get it back, and it was crazy. One of the coolest plays on this other drive, Proctor gets thrown a pass and almost gets a touchdown. That was the coolest setup I've ever seen. That was really, really cool. But Simpson, they did a misdirection. Everybody went left. He went right, ran it in, 24-14. That was big. Bama gets it. We drive down the field. We get stalled out. And then we try to hit a field goal from 43 yards and miss it badly. It was nasty. Far left. But it's all good. Georgia gets it back. We got a targeting call that was crap. I'm sorry. Like, it hit his shoulder. You can let that go. I'm sorry. I know that's a little Bama homer in me, but that's garbage. He got ejected. Georgia scores 24-21 Bama. Okay. I'm starting to sweat. My butthole's puckering. Bama gets it. We're 4th and 1. We got the play blown up because we're trying to stay in it. We're trying to keep them off pace, trying to keep them on the heels. It was a badly designed play. Miscommunication from the running back, Jan Miller to Simpson. Gets blown up. It's like at the 50. Georgia gets it. Thank the Lord. They went 3 and out. They threw, I will say this, Stockton threw an amazing pass. It would have been a touchdown. Absolutely would have won the game for them. They drop it, which was huge. We dropped one, they dropped one, but this was big. Bama gets it out. We go 3 and out. Simpson was off again. Georgia gets it. 4th and 1. Bama stops it big. They got a shoestring tackle on this running back, and he just tripped about a foot from it. I mean, it was huge, huge. Hats off to the defense. I mean, they played absolutely amazing. I mean, minus a few little calls from K. Womack, and even he gets hats off. He did one hell of a job. He bottled up that run game, which was massive, massive. Because Gunnar Stockton is not a guy right now from what we've seen that can take over a game. Georgia punted. We get it back. Don't do anything. Kind of fumble around. But it's critical right now because this is the last time we get it. If we can get 3 first downs, game's over. Game's done. Simpson gets it, get a first down, come up again. We're like 4th and 1. They still got it. He ran it around, misdirection again, threw it to the running back. We only needed like a yard, got it. Not only did we, and no, sorry, let me back up. Sorry. Let me back up. We get there. We're going for a 4th and 1. Sorry. Ty Simpson's up the middle. He goes for it. He's gotten it barely, but he got it. They get a targeting call. A guy jumps on the pile, a dead ball foul. We push the ball ahead. We're coming up on another 3rd down to come get it. They fake everybody left. Quarterback goes right. We get it. Huge. I mean, the coaching was just amazing. I can't give Ryan Grubb credit enough. And the players executed when they were called to. The players caught the ball when they were. I mean, he spread the ball around like a pizza delivery man. I mean, it was a thing of absolute beauty. And I just can't give him enough. Well, let's go through some of the stats I think that were huge for us that I think are going to get overlooked. Simpson, 276 yards passing. This is a massive stat. He was 24 for 28. That is huge. He only got sacked, I think, 1 time in that whole game. Jan Miller, I was wrong about this stat. He got 46 yards rushing. Okay, I said we needed about 100. I don't know, roughly we needed about 120, 130 yards on the ground as well to win. We didn't have it, and it was huge. It was massive that we still find a way to win. That's what championship coaches and teams do, and it was great. I'm not saying we're going to win a championship. I'm just saying this was big. This could set our year up to propel forward and keep doing great things and give these guys confidence. Another thing that was massive, I think that gets way overlooked in all these stats, we were 13 of 19 on 3rd down. 13 of 19. Georgia, 2 of 8. 2 of 8. That should tell you how good this daggone defense played. Georgia, they scored 44 last weekend. They only got 21. And if it hadn't been for a bad defensive call, they'd only scored 14. Facts. Okay? Now, Georgia made a critical error. Instead of getting a field goal, they sat there and tried to go 4th and 1. We got their ass. And that was huge for the defense. That was great for that defensive line to get some confidence and situational game confidence, all of it. It was amazing. And we had injuries, guys that weren't starting on the line, so that was huge. Time of possession was massive for it. We had 35 minutes and 36 seconds time of possession. We played the clock like a maestro. It was amazing. And not only that, our total yards, and I said it yesterday, and I was wrong. I said we needed about 420 yards to win. We had 397 and didn't have enough really run yards to write home about. But we had enough run yards there were body blows essentially, but we had enough run yards to keep everything going, to keep everything in motion, which was really, really big. Like I said, I mean, you can't ask for anything more. I mean, Ty Simpson should have had 3 touchdowns, but you can't ask anything more from a quarterback. The offensive line gave him roughly 3 seconds to throw. He only got sacked 1 time. We still had about 70, 78 yards rushing, which was huge against Georgia. Huge, because they are one hell of a defensive team. Now, one thing I think that helped us was, from what I saw last weekend, I don't think Georgia has a shutdown defensive backs. I just don't think they do. Now, we gave it some plays. We gave it some run yards. That's something that's going to be worked on. But let's be honest, Georgia's got some dudes. I mean, McCray, that one running back, I wish we had McCray. I ain't going to lie. I'd trade 2 Bama running backs for McCray. Don't get me wrong. Our running backs, Jan Miller and Riley, were busting their ass. They were doing great. But I'd love to have one of Georgia's running backs. And they were getting us. They were gashing us. But we came up big every time we needed to come up big. Those guys, we bent a little bit. We didn't break. And that was huge. And sometimes in games, you're not going to shut everybody out. Georgia's, in my opinion, my humble opinion, they're one of the best teams in the country. I don't care about today's loss. They still have one of the best teams in the country. And they're not done. The season's not over with. They'll probably make the playoffs. I mean, but let's give Bama some credit. We came in there underdogs. I was predicting all week we were going to lose. We go in there hot. Now we cooled down in the third quarter. That's something we got to work on. But we kept swinging from downtown Birmingham, and we just kept swinging and swinging and didn't give up. And I love that we didn't give up. We made third downs when we had to make third downs. We made catches when we had to make catches. And daggone, we made stops when we had to have stops. When we had to have a daggone stop, we made a stop. And that is huge. We made some monster stops. And the thing is, we did what we had to do. Kane Womack called a great game. Ryan Grubbs called a great game. I mean, you know, DeBoer is getting tougher in coaching, and it's showing. It's doing great. Hats off. I mean, it's absolutely hats off to you guys. And, you know, like I said, the only thing I can say is, you know, we need to stop the run better. And that's something you'll see next week because Vanderbilt ain't no joke. But let's enjoy this win for 24 hours. And Sunday afternoon, we'll get back to work. But hats off, roll tide. I'll do another podcast a week to talk about it because it was phenomenal. And let's keep the momentum going. This is a momentum win for this season. This could set us up for the season. This and Vanderbilt could be a springboard. And that's what I look for. And I think the players know it. I think they see it. Ty Simpson was almost crying about it because he knew how big of a win this was to go into Georgia, into the dog pound, and win, even in a close game. Yes, we had some bounces that happened our way. They dropped a touchdown, we dropped a touchdown. They stopped us on fourth, we stopped them on fourth. But we came up when we had to have it. We came up when we had to have it. We stuck a knife in them and gutted them. And it was huge. Hats off to you guys. Hats off to the team. All I can say is roll tide.